troubling times. In the midst of 45, we try to ignore it, but it's here. And his senior staff and Congress and House of Representatives and all those who are plotting and planning and scheming and still being rich, and the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer, and the treatment of people in the midst of our realities. Let us not be distracted and deterred. Let us not turn our face away from God. Let us now understand that what the enemy has meant for evil, God is going to turn it around for good and in our favor. It is looking one way now, and there are those who are responding positively. There are those who are jumping ship. There are those who are backpedaling from what they thought was going to take place and what it seemed like it was going to be. Jesus is saying to us on Palm Sunday, I'm riding into your Jerusalem, and today do not miss who I am and what I can do for you. Jesus is saying, I still can work another miracle. I am able to get my people through the reality of the times and on the other side of any problem you are facing. Jesus is saying this Palm Sunday to see him for who he really is. The church must now be the voice that puts what is happening in our lives in perspective. We cannot walk around with blinders on and miss this opportunity for God to use us. Well, this is the time to connect the dots and to sing that the Lord has always had us in the palm of his hands. We cannot dismiss or disconnect our lives from the word and our history as a people. Oh Lord, we must know from where we have come from, how far the Lord has brought us, and how on our journey from slavery through the cotton fields and the tobacco fields, in the factories, building the railroads, through the rapes and through the lynchings, through the Jim Crow laws and the fire hoses, through the dogs biting on our people, through the beatings and the civil rights movement, from Emmett Till to Trayvon Martin to Michael Brown and all the senseless murders, to all the young women like Sandra Bland and the trafficking and those missing lives of young women, through the racism and the sexism. And yet we have benefited from every sacrifice and every untimely death. And yet we are triumphant. And every phase of troubling times, we were not supposed to read. We were not supposed to get degrees. We were not supposed to own our businesses. We were not supposed to survive the most inhumane treatment in this country. We must flip the script and see that the Lord has kept us in spite of the evilness that lurks in the dark and tries to raise its ugly head over and over again. We must see the miracle working power of the God of our salvation, and his name, I said his name, I said his name is Jesus. That is what this gentrification is all about. We must see him for who he is. This country has always had hidden agendas, plans, meetings that we're not invited to. That is what gentrification is all about. Millennials, I want you to hear me. On your job, there are meetings before the meeting, conversations that you're not a part of and eliminated from, situations and circumstances that will occur on this journey called life, that your iPhone and your iPad and your Facebook and your tweet and your Snapchat and your Googling were not able to provide for you what you need when trouble comes. I had to find out for myself. Jesus is the only one who will help you to be triumphant in all things when trouble comes. We don't want you to crumble under the weight of problems and troubles, but we want you to ride into your Jerusalem, ride into your problems, ride into your issues, ride into your unexpected realities with the faith of the one who rode into Jerusalem before you did. We want the people of God this morning to stand on the faith foundation of the one who paid it all Easter Sunday morning, and he had the victory, and you are going to have victory, that after a while you will get on the other side of your concern. You will get on the side of your issues, and you will have victory over the enemy. Any witnesses in the house? As Jesus approached Jerusalem, he rode in with the crowd, shouting in celebration, and he came on that donkey on Palm Sunday, fulfilling Zechariah 9:9. Jesus' claim was a messianic claim, but it was a specific messianic claim. They were celebrating Jesus because they thought he came for war, but all the time he came for peace. They were celebrating Jesus because they thought he was a warrior. On this Palm Sunday, the Lord is calling all of us to get it right in our praise, get it right in our reasoning before next week on Easter Sunday. Get it right